The bang! A bullet hit the pirate, catching him off guard as he fell to the ground dead. The scared woman looked at Marie, who was standing there with smoke coming out of the barrel of her flintlock pistol. Marie, is that you? She was breathing heavily. Huh, it's me, Alice. Offering the woman a hand. What happened? I don't know. Says Marie pulled her up to her feet. They just started attacking us. After they pulled into port. What? Why? Why did they do this? I don't know. Marie said before pointing behind her. Let's ship back that way. Meet up with the captain and they'll keep you safe. Thank you. Thank you. The woman said as she scrambled and ran in the direction of the Indomitable. Marie didn't have uh, that luxury. She kept running. She needed to find what was going on and why they attacked. She knew that they probably would find her here if they had heard the gunshot, and so she slipped into the shadows as more pirates came out, far better armed than the one she had shot. What's going on here? Male pirate asked as he looked at it to others, spotting the corpse of the pirate. Looks like someone killed Tomas. Another pirate said. Marie saw that he was inspecting the body. I thought we dealt with the militia. We did. A third pirate said. We need to report to Captain Fitzpatrick. Pirates exchanged a look before running off. Marie started to follow them. She needed to know what she was dealing with at this point. She reached the town square where the pirates were gathering their spoils. She saw the captain. He's a tall, well-dressed man with a white wig with curls in it, sparking orders at his crew. For a moment, she swore he looked right at her, and that's when she saw it. A glowing metallic eye that replaced his the right eye. It looked like it was staring right through her. So, welcome back to Solo TTRPG Adventures. This is where we will pick up our little story. And yeah, I know it's been a little while. I didn't mean to leave you all hanging for a bit. But hopefully I will be able to get back on this, and we will continue our little adventures through the Sea of Sand. Uh, our Sundered Isles Sandfaring Realm world. So, last time we encountered Silas Hayes, the commander of the forces of the Guild of the Gilded Brokers, who was attacking uh, our little home. The town. And actually, I took the time to print off my character sheet this time. Um, so we will be heading to, and here's the map. We will be heading to Darkfall, right over here. Oh well, we are in Darkfall. We are heading across to meet with a defector from the Pirate Republic of Quan. So that's going to be interesting. But to get there, we're going to have to deal with a lot of more dangerous terrain, as we're going to have to cross inland, which, well, I mean, everything's land here. We have to the equivalent to crossing an island. So, shall we? So, Marie, at this point, is returning to the Wraith's gaze, her personal ship, and she pulls herself up with the help of her crew and with May Graves, her quartermaster. The other it's it's the crew, right? What's to that? The best we can be. What's happening in the moment? There's not much we can do. People are not in the best shape after the attack. The guild is getting too bold for my taste. Uh, do that. It's like on. When we took out a couple of their ships at the same time at least. I need to leave, unfortunately. What? Where are you going? There's a settlement on the other side of the island. That I need to go and meet someone that might be of information that we can. We're not exactly in the best position to be going to the sail again. He looks at May, looks around at the crew. I know. I'm going overland with my contact. Fortunately, she doesn't know much about this person, other than they go by the name the Sage. Uh, but it's something to start with. Unfortunately, this is, this is going to take a few hours, and we need to get there as quickly as possible, and the ship needs to be ready. It needs time. I, alright. What do you have us do then, Cabin? Do what you can to help the people here. Get this ship back up and running, and as soon as possible, set sail for. I don't know the name of the settlement, unfortunately. But it is apparently on the other side of the island from here. Oh, all right. Just be careful. I've heard nasty tales about things that call Ignis home. I, all right. I need to get my supply, get my weapons, get everything I can, and then I will be on my captain. Yes, May. Be careful. I don't entirely trust this, the specter. There's still many things that we do not understand about her. I nods, I understand. I'll be, I'll be in my cabin for a short time, and then I have to take my leave. And she heads for her cabin. So Marie returns to her cabin. She checks the box. She makes sure it's secure. It has not been touched, thankfully. No one messes with the captain's things. And she takes out the ship's log and she makes a note of the day's events. Alright, I need to get I need to get going. She just takes one look out towards Darkfall, the settlement that got caught up between the the guild and their attempts to purge purpose like her. And she's people deserve better than this. They can deal with this problem. Can get out. I don't know, a bit. Kind of wishes she could apologize to them somehow. As we've established, she herself lost her hometown in a seemingly needless attack. So the question is, what's going on? Like, she's thinking about people going through the same thing. Well, anyway, so uh, Marie secures her coat and she checks her pistol for a moment, looking at it. All right, come on, old friend. Me too. And we have a bit of an adventure ahead of us. She heads back out. She's like, "Hey, I'll be back in a day or two. And if I'm not, I'll, if I'm not, then meet up with, try and find me. I'll do whatever. Really. Close, Captain. I'll see you in a couple of days. I, um, and she heads down the gangplank, and she needs to go and uh, find, I forgot her name. Ara. Ara. She needs to go find Ara. Right, so Marie heads back into Darkfall. She gets a few interested looks, but most people let her pass. Like, a few people recognize her, but it's mostly just you feel like, what is this pirate doing here? As she heads to the town square to meet up with Ara. The woman is currently seated by a fountain that's seen better than days. Captain, uh, is everything alright? Yes, everything's fine. Just recovering from this. So it's a few hours walk. Yes, give or take. It's, the sage, it should be there, but we do need to move quickly. Of course, of course. Marie makes sure she has everything. So, what do we expect in Ignis? But Ignis is mostly volcanic mountainous island. I mean, there's literally a volcano erupting out to the north. We should be far enough away from Infernus. We don't have to worry about much more than ash. Eh, that's a good sign at least. Yes, I'd rather not have to travel in the middle of a volcanic eruption. We are still on a mostly volcanic island, so we should still be careful. There might be more issues. Wildlife, natural and, well, not so natural. You get my meaning. That's going to be a more pressing issue. Uh, but we should be there before nightfall. If we're lucky. I guess that's not exactly familiar with confidence. Hmm. Say lose intuition, probably. Alright, well, I've got my equipment, you've got yours, and I assume we have enough supply for the supply if we need it. Um, aye, we do. Alright, let's get going. And so, we are going to undertake an expedition. This is a move that when you sail an unfamiliar route through perilous seas, find the way across hazardous terrain, or explore a mysterious site, give the expedition a name and rank. So this is Cross Ignis. It is a formidable expedition. Um, just to make things a little interesting. All right, so we're going to do our first roll for this. Um, So I'd say we're going to move at speed. So this is going to roll plus edge. Okay, that's a strong hit. So we're going to find a waypoint. So, since we're starting near Darkfall, our first landmark is going to be Cursed. So we start to travel out into the hilly mountainous terrain surrounding Darkfall. Um, so we're going to start with a first landmark. That's an 8. Oh, that's pleasant. Um, so they make their way out into the hills. They travel for about, let's say, an hour or so, and they finally stumble across a copse of trees. These trees are not in the best of shape. Um, uh, I'd say they're probably slowly petrifying, not like petrified wood, or something like an unnatural petrification. Oh, this is certainly pleasant. These trees are drawing on something under the ground, something perhaps in the groundwater. Uh, Still alive, but well, in this world, uh, sometimes water is not always the best things in this world. It is one of the things that drew the fallen principality here. Oh, really? Yes, it perhaps an ancient artifact or something long buried. We don't know. But it is something that has interested us. It also might just be in the fact of the large volcanic activity in the area. No. Uh, Speaking of which, what did the principality say? What I mean, they are still deciding. You are still kind of an unknown quantity to them, Captain Carver. They don't always like dealing with pirates, especially pirates they don't know well. So you need to be careful. But this town, Darkfall, we've already invested into it. Guild attacking that is going to be make things difficult. Um, I wish I could say it is good news. The fact of the matter is dealing with many problems, and this region is not exactly high on the priority list. Of course, it's managed. Alright, so we do need to keep going, and this is the most direct route through uh, to the other side of the island. Anything else would add a couple of hours to our track. So we do need to pass through here. Alright, alright. So I am going to pass through, and I'm going to also explore a waypoint. Unfortunately, this uses my wits. Wits is not my best stat. So. Oh, wow, that is bad. Um, Unfortunately, that is a failure. So, that's going to be a miss. On a miss, you encounter an immediate hardship or threat and must pay the price. Luckily, it's not a miss with the match. So pay the price. Let's see here. Let's see what's going to happen. So, we're going to roll on the Overland Peril table right here to see what kind of trouble we're going to run into. That is a 64. 64 is that is actually perfect. That is seismic or volcanic upheaval. This is a volcanic island. So yeah, that is the dice gods just like you don't want to deal with volcanic activity too freaking bad. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Oh, it's probably not gonna be a volcano, but yeah. Okay, so Marie and Ara have are on the island of Ignis. Ignis is a volcanic island. It's very seismically active. There is literally, as Ara said, there's a volcano erupting in the north, and that volcano, it, Infernus, has been spewing out ash and lava into the skies. So this is how we're going to flavor this. This is ashfall. Ash is falling, starts to fall around them. It is burning hot. They are in a bad spot, and you've got to be kidding me. Come on, we need to find some shelter. There should be some sort of shelter in here somewhere. Maybe a waypoint. Maybe something in there. All right. Come on, let's go. Let's go. All right. So I'm going to I'm going to again use the undertaken expedition. Um, wait, no, actually, no, this wouldn't be undertaken expedition. This would probably be um. Maybe this would be undertaken expedition. Give me. Sorry, I'm looking through. This would be. Let me look at the option. This would be let's say secure an advantage. Secure an advantage. So this would be with speed, mobility, or agility because we're attempting to find it quickly. Um. So let's see what we get. Okay, that's a weak hit. That's a weak hit. That's not the worst. Okay, so that would be. So I'm going to add plus two. I'm going to take plus two momentum because at this point we certainly could use the momentum. Um, I certainly could always use the momentum. So, all right. So we we start running through the this petrifying forest, and we find there's a cave, a rough cave that looks like it's like it's safe enough. We all right. So come on, we need to get come on, we need to get here, and the two women reach this cave and they stop there and they're looking out at the ashfall. It's strangely beautiful, especially in this weird forest. Um, but it is incredibly unpleasant to be in. You you're right. That was sudden. Well, you should not have pressed start luck, I suppose. And then the two women. Wow, how about that? And let's see how deep this cave goes. Let's see if the cave. I'm going to ask the oracle, and so we did. We did make some progress. We did make a little bit of progress. Um, so let's mark. Let's actually let's attempt to. Where is it? Let's attempt to undertake an expedition again. See if we can maybe find a way deeper into the cave, deeper, get towards our destination in the cave. All right, so we're going to undertake an expedition. Or actually, no. Now that I think about it, this would be explore. This would probably be explore waypoint. Since uh, hopefully this rolls better than the last one did. Okay, that's a weak hit. It's by default better than the last one did. So, anyway, um, I uncovered something interesting, but it is bound up in peril. Reveals an ominous aspect of the place. Envision what you encounter, then take +1 momentum. Okay. Alright. So, this is a cave in the middle of a very unpleasant area. So, I'd say it's probably uh, connected to like a magma chamber. Like we have to get across it quickly because it's hot. There's gases. And so as they get in deeper, the room gets hotter and hotter, and they find themselves just like barely within the safety area near a magma chamber. And so they have the choice: are they going to keep going, or are they going to risk the ashfall? Um, Alright, well, this is certainly making things more complicated. What should we do? We could probably get across, not get across as long as we skirt it. We would have to go quickly, and I don't entirely like that. It, we don't know how much some of the asphalt is going to last, we might not have choice. Alright, fair enough. So we're going to undertake an expedition for real this time. I have teased this several times. So we're going to try and roll at speed, so it's plus edge. This will determine if we make it through or not. So let's see what we get. My edge is plus 3, so it's 5. It's a weak hit. That's going to be a weak hit even if I spent momentum. Okay, so it's a weak hit. So we're going to face a peril as we get through it. We reach the other end. We reach the other end. We do get to mark progress. So marking progress. We are at 2 progress. That's actually a good start. So we're gonna face a peril at the end. So let's see what we get. Oh yeah, it's not an easy trek. They are trying to make their way through this cave. It's hot as hell, literally, and yeah, yeah. So um they ma- they do manage to get through it though. Um, that's the good news. The bad news is we now have our peril. So I'm going to once more roll on the overland peril. Um, so let's see what we get. 54. Oh. Ooh. Poisonous flora or venomous fauna? So I'm gonna ask so I'm gonna say trouble with my die. I'm gonna say four, 50 or lower. Yeah, sorry, 1 to 50 is going to be flora. 51 to 100 is going to be fauna. 44. Okay. Alright. So they managed to get out of it. They are now in more of a wild area, with plants growing that are not quite natural. Like this is definitely the effect of the curse on the region, on the island. Oh, that's not good. What is it? Those plants ahead of us. Uh, they've been infused with first energy. It's going to be. They're incredibly venomous, and they tend to target target passerbys who turn into fertilizer. You're kidding. I wish I was kidding. Unfortunately, they are not exactly the nicest. Mm, Welcome to Ignis. Volcano doesn't kill you. The plant life will. What should we do? Only thing we can do. We have to go around it, and try to avoid drawing its attention. That's kind. These things are not they're not intelligent, but they're plants. But they will react to movement. So yeah, so I don't have to get to go. I have to go. I got to move silently, but swiftly. All right, all right, okay. So this is going to be a face danger mode. Face danger. We're gonna say with with deception, stealth, or trickery. So this is going to be a cost shadow, which is pretty decent. Well, let's see how it goes. All right, so let's see how she does. This will be plus shadow, which is +2, so it's not the worst. Um. Oh, okay. That's um. That, that is the 7. What is it? 7 and a 10. Yeah. That worked out. Okay, so um, I am going to say that. So yeah, the plants start to go off, and they're gonna have to run for it. So I'm gonna try to face danger again. This time with edge. So +3. Okay, okay. That's a weak hit this time. I rolled another 10. What the heck? Mm, mm, Um, weak hits. You succeed, and I have to. But they managed to get out of there. But they do. This is a suffer move. It's going to be so. Mm, so I am going to endure stress. This is a very. Oh no, this would be endure harm. This would be endure harm. So this will be. Um, I'm going to attempt just to fight through it. It is three zero tens in a row, but that is still a that is actually still success. That's still a strong hit because it's plus my health. And I rolled a 6 on the d6, so that's actually really good. Um, so yeah, I shake it off, and and she just manages to fight through it. And she's like, I am not going to let these stupid plants beat me, and she fights through it, and he gets +1 momentum, and he's like, oh, that was annoying. Are you all right? Hmm. Well, I think so. I've taken less than that. I've taken less than that. They have at this point gotten out of the field, at least. Right, so let's see here. I think we can make one more bit of progress tonight before we get back, before we stop. No, let's see what happens. Alright, so do a, let's do another undertake an expedition move. Um, so we'll roll with Ed again. It's not been going well so far, so here's hoping. Oh my gosh! That's a match. That's a match right there. Yes, we got a match. Okay, I'm gonna have to think about how I'm gonna proceed with this. Let's see here. I'll see. I'll see if I can think of something interesting to do with this. Right. So I'm gonna do two things. First of all, I marked 2 progress on the cross ignis option right here. Um, Second, I am going to roll on the make a discover. Well, no, that is exploration. I'm gonna roll on the overland opportunity table right here. Overland opportunity. This will potentially give us something interesting. Uh, mm, mm, 41. A helpful traveler crosses your path. So the two of them are making better time. They're making their way through this. They don't think there's anyone else around them, but they get a bit of a surprise when they spot a fire a ways off in the distance. It's getting dark at this point. They're like, that does not look like a dangerous fire. Perhaps it's The traveler. It's not getting dark. They've been traveling for a while at least. Let's want to try at least. Maybe we can. Maybe someone else, who know where, where to go. All right, let's go scout it out a bit. And so, yeah, that is what we've got, and they are going to head for it. And so, who do they see? That's the question. All right, so our character. I actually already rolled them up because this is embarrassing. I already did all of this and then realized was not filming this part. So, her name is Marjorie Bolton. She is a theatrical, attractive young woman, and she's friendly. She's about as friendly as you can get on this road. So that's good at least. She is a she is a musician. She is a performer. She's a bard, basically. She is wearing a frayed straw hat. Yeah, they put that in this. Of course they did. And a wooden religious medallion. And she is carrying a pair of matching hatchets. And she is very adventurous, and she is trying to forge an alliance. That she is probably from the settlement that the two of them are heading for. She, and as the two of them approach, she looks up and she is She is at the time she is playing a tune on a violin, and she looks up in surprise to see them. Ah, fellow travelers! I was not expecting to see anyone on the road. Come join me. I don't have much to offer, but I am always happy to meet new folks along this road. Marie and Ara exchange a bit of a look like, what is going on here? They do sit down next to the woman, and she smiles. Hello there. Uh, yes, hello. Uh, what brings you here? I'm traveling. Came from a settlement called what did I call it? Called Altura. It's not far from here. I was actually setting out to see if I could. I've heard tales of a settlement to the east. I was interested in perhaps dealing with them. Well, we were actually heading for Altura. Um, in fact, the map did story. Hoping to meet someone there, actually. Oh, really? Oh, you're meeting someone else? You came from Darkfall, then I assume. Yeah, not from there personally, but we started out there. There's an old road. It's not well worn, but it's over that way. It's a bit safer than than overland. I mean, there still might be some threats, but it would probably get you there a little easier. Oh, thank you. I not aware there was that. You know how it is. The stories, legends, they being passed down, someone get lost. That's, yeah, there is a lot of things that, unfortunately, people forget about. That's part of my job. I'm a traveling bard. I just try to make sure that people remember these things, and maybe they get remember. Maybe we can make the world a little better than we got. Quite respectable. I try. Old friend of mine once said, always try to leave all places better. So, you're you. So, I assume you probably can't stay long. No, we're on the bit of a time crunch. That's a shame. If you ever find yourself back in Darkfall while I'm there in Altura, I get back. Oh, just look me up. My name's Marjorie Bolton. Um, Everyone on Ignis everyone on this side of Ignis knows who I am, and I'm gonna make sure that the other side does too. Uh, all right, thank you, Marjorie. I am Marie Carver. Marie looks different than else. Yeah, but an interest in Louis, aren't you? Yeah. So they talk for a while. And after a while, they have a little bit of food. After a while, it's time for Marie and Ara to leave. They say their goodbyes to Marjorie. She makes her there along the right road, and as they walk off, she starts playing her violin once more. Dun 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 dun. Dun. And then it fades off into the distance as they continue their adventure well, towards um, Altura. What we're gonna call it? I know a little less happened this time, but that's the nature of solo TTRPGs sometimes. Next time, I'm sure my luck will be also terrible. So maybe it'll balance out in the end. We will continue Marie's adventures into the Sea of Sand and across the island of Ignis next time. And I might have a new project that I'm going to start working on. Uh, I've got a few ideas. I'm going to look over some ideas. I've got a few other solo TTRPGs. It might be fun to do something in addition to this. So I will see you either soon in the Sea of Sand or perhaps somewhere else. Let's let's see where the winds take us.